What's going on, outlaws? Hey, let's talk about some products here. And this ain't a popular subject here, and I'll probably get criticized to hell for it. But I've had some people ask me, what I use and all this stuff. And guys, really, you need to do your own experimentations. If you look back in the group, you'll see I've tested. I mean, all these big guys. Y'all gotta excuse me, I'm driving. But all these big guys products and everything else, I've pretty much tried them all, and did my own research, and did my own oil stain testing and everything. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care who promises you anything on an oil stain, there's a process to that. Okay, you can dang sure lighten it up, and there's a lot of good products out there that'll help you lighten it up, but you're gonna have a shadow left over. That's why you see most of these people that claim their product cleans oil stains and won't take a picture of a dry concrete. It's a wet picture. You always see a wet picture so you don't see the shadow, okay? So there's a secret, all right? They're not showing you the true results. I've shown you the true results on my videos, okay? Now, I'm not going to tell people what I use, okay? That's the way I make my money, all right? I make my money because I don't particularly use all these high dollar soaps and all this stuff all the time. Now don't get me wrong, and I don't want anybody to go and tell people, hey, he's bad mouthing a product, he's doing. No, that's absolutely not what I'm doing. What I'm doing is telling you that I don't always buy from them because I got a cheaper alternative. And if you live in Florida, you would know that the market bears what you can get out of some of your customers. Now, some of these customers ain't your customer. You're right. Yeah, I hear that all the time. They ain't your customer. But when you have so many people out there beating the door down for $49 and $35 and whatever they want to charge, hey, $1, I'll wash your driveway, whatever it is, you're going to find a way to survive. Okay, now, I love it when I can go in there and give my regular price and all that stuff and everything, but you also know going in most of the time who you're going to be able to charge what. You can feel these people out, you can look around, you can kind of see, and some people will surprise you. Some people will be like, yeah, no problem, as long as you do a good job and it turns out great, they're willing to pay for quality. Okay, that's a good thing, because your time is money, and your service is worth money. So let's talk about the soaps. Okay, I've always heard, hey, you use a vendor soap. Okay, well, I do use vendor soaps in certain instances, and I'm gonna give you an example, and I'm gonna call someone out by name, and I don't want it to be mistaken that I'm calling him out, singling him out, or anything else, because I like his products, and I've told him to his, back and forth between Messenger, and when I've talked to him, he's got a great product. It works, and I do buy it, and in a pinch, I will use it. And that's Craig Harrison. His products work. They're a good product. And I had to, here not too long ago, I had a job I was on that I tried, hold on a minute, y'all. Let me get over here where we're not in everybody's way. I tried to do some things that I normally do, and I hadn't seen any stains this dark, this resistant, to everything I was putting on it. And I double batched, triple batched, and I tried everything I had on my truck. Okay, I carry quite a few different things. So yes, I could have went and got a muriatic acid, went back there, mixed it up, and did that, okay? Here, y'all got to know, when you're playing with muriatic acid, yeah, I know a lot of y'all think it's no big deal, it's not this, whatever. Okay, but when you end up in the hospital and you can't breathe and your lungs are filling up with water because that muriatic acid's done burned the hell out of your lungs, and you didn't have protection on while you were doing it and everything else, because, oh, it's no big deal, you'll find out real quick that it's a big deal if you don't take the right precautions and you keep playing with it. So, yeah, I don't like to play with it. I do, but I always wear protection. I wear a face shield and a respirator and gloves when I'm working with that stuff. And when it's hot outside, I really don't want to wear all that stuff. I want to use something that, I can put in a sprayer, and as long as it's not, misting all over the place and everything, that I don't have to wear protection. I'd rather not wear protection. My lungs are in bad enough shape. I don't need no help from muriatic acid to mess them up any more than they are. So, anyways, like I said, I reached out to L&H Industries in Savannah, which is, it's a whole state away. I didn't even think about it really, but they came through, man, and got it to me in one day. And I used the product, and within minutes, what I had been playing with, messing with, that I had spent probably an hour and a half on, trying different things on it and everything else, it was gone. It vanished. It took care of it. It did what it was supposed to do. So, yeah, their products, some of them, I won't say all of them, and I wouldn't group all of them in the same category either. There's vendors out there that's got soaps that are decent priced and all that stuff, okay? So, but when you got to pay that higher price in a market where they say, oh, you'll make your money back in just the soap that you're using and all this, that's not true. It is to an extent, but it also depends on your market. If your market will bear the price that you can include that soap in and still be making a decent square footage, price per square foot, and still support your overhead, then you're doing fine. But when it comes to where it's costing you money to buy the soap to do the job, guess what? It's no good. So you go to a lesser product and do the same job, and a lot of times exact same results. Okay, there is products out there that do work, that are a lot cheaper, and I don't fault none of these guys for trying to make their money. Everybody's out there trying to make a dollar. Okay, they got a product, they put a price on it, they achieve the price that they get because people are willing to pay it. Okay, it's plain and simple. That's the American way. All right, and I don't fault them for that at all. So don't go out there telling them I'm saying that they're overcharging, they're this, they're that. I'm just trying to tell you that in certain markets, when you hear that, it's not always true, because you're going to have to drop your price to even keep the doors open, or you're not going to be working. Now, are you going to give your work away? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're still worth something and all that stuff. But let's get into this. Okay, I'm pretty much a one-man show. I got people that I can go to that I can say, hey, come help me out, and I'll give them whatever. I'll give them a check. Say, here, I'll pay you for the day. Whatever. Okay, so my expenses ain't really going to be what some of y'all's are, okay? Because some of y'all's got regular employees all the time that you're paying an hourly wage and everything else, okay? So now when you look at a job and you go out there and you say, hey, I know I can whip this out in 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours times whatever you want to go at, $125 an hour, $100 an hour, whatever. You got 2 guys on it. let's just say, at 4 hours, I mean, let's say $25. So, that's pennies, right? So if you base it off of that, and you can pay your employees, and you got like 30% left over from the job to put towards your overhead and your expenses, you'd be crazy not to do the job, because you're still putting money in your pocket. Okay, I mean, don't price yourself out of a job right away. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, there's alternatives to do the job, make some money, still put money in your pocket, but you have to watch the bottom line, okay? The bottom line is your dollars going out the door. Okay, there's expenses that you can control, and there's expenses that you cannot control. Just like we all knew, we all use bleach, we all use SH. Okay, you're going to find a supplier. You're going to try to find the cheapest price you can get it for. That's just, you're going to do the cheapest way you can go for your business, so you're pocketing the most money you can pocket for your business. And if you're not, then you're not doing smart business. Okay? So when you do find that dealer that's got the best price, and you start getting your stuff from him, at that point there's nowhere else to go. You can't change the price no more. That's as low as you can go. So you've done all you can do there. Okay, the only other thing that we use on a continuous basis is a surfactant, soaps and stuff like that. And you got gear and stuff that you got to replace and everything else, but now your soaps is a controllable cost. Okay, you can control that cost. That cost you can control substantially by what you're paying for your soap. Yeah, I know some say, oh, well, it's concentrated. And that's great. And if you do the math and you figure it out, and in your market you can apply it and make money, then I'm not saying not use it. I'm saying in a Florida market, in my market and everything else, a lot of times you can't make your money. Okay? And I'll tell you right now, I'm far from the cheap guy. I do my math, I figure out my jobs, and I'm putting money in my pocket. Okay, I'm gonna keep my doors open. That's my objective, is to keep my doors open. This has to pay for everything that goes on. Has to come out of the business account. So it has to pay for everything that we do. Website, insurance, telephones, office space, all that stuff. And y'all guys that ain't adding and putting all these expenses together and adding everything out and figuring out your prices per square foot, you're really shooting yourself in the foot, because you need a total cost of doing business so that you can make money. Period. You have got to know your bottom line. Okay? I've gone on long enough about the prices of the soaps and everything, and like I said, I'm not trying to call nobody out. Nobody. And like I said, matter of fact, I give Craig's products thumbs up. I use them. I have no problem telling you that. Okay? But you can't always use those, because that customer that you're going to go to, that they want their stuff done, but yeah, they're on the fence about paying high prices and all that stuff, might pay you, let's just say, for a small house or whatever. Let's just go there for a second, okay? Let's just say you got a 1,500 square foot house. So $300 for that, you can be in and out there in an hour, no problem, hour and a half. Okay, and if you're using a less of a soap, you're going to pocket more of that $300. You got to take your bleach and your chemicals out of that $300. So the more it costs you for that stuff, the more comes out of your pocket. The less goes towards your overhead. The less goes after the overhead's paid in your pocket. So I just wanted to bring it up, and you know, I know there's gonna be people out there that comes out and says, no, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong. Well, you know what? If I'm so wrong, you come down here in my market and you show me how you can make money if you're not willing to adjust your price and use a different soap to make more money. Show me. I'll be glad to listen to it. Because I know you're going to say concentration. You're buying it. You know what? I can make my soaps as concentrated as I want for pennies. Pennies. So, I just wanted, to get this out and tell y'all, if you're going to be an outlaw, be an outlaw. I mean, make that money, get in, get out. And don't worry about what no one says. If you're doing a good job, you're producing a quality product, and you're doing it cheaper, that's fine. That's better for you. That means your doors stay open longer. All right, outlaws. Look, but I gotta go. I know this is kind of a long video or whatever, but y'all don't go spreading rumors here now saying I was talking bad about people, because I ain't talking bad about people, because all their products have got a use, and they're all good products as far as their uses and all that stuff. But there's alternatives that we all can use, and there's alternatives that people use every day. If you look, you'll see in many of the forums people using Dawn. Now, me myself, I won't use that. I don't do that. That's not the way I work. I will mix my own stuff up, but I don't use Dawn. So there you go. That's that in a nutshell. Y'all have a good day. Outlaws out.